Alright, guys. Sorry for the delay here. I actually need just a moment here, though. Webcam's picking up some weird lighting over here. We'll go adjust that real quick. Not the best I can do with how much sunlight's in here. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that, guys. We got about 30 minutes left to stream. We got a robotics club. And yeah, so now we're gonna go meet with Amasawa. Unfortunately, we gotta go all the way around the fucking school to get there, so back down to the second floor. Ow. I wonder how far down I can go first. This isn't the hallway. Yeah, okay, so they're in the other building, that's right. That's why we had to go up the other staircase. Alright. I'm gonna try and do as little of that robotic stuff as possible, because that doesn't interest me. Amazing! You can use vague words to perform a search! Right? If we fill up the database more, you think we could sell it to a writer or something?
Hey.
What's up?
Well,
Itakura-san made an encyclopedia where you can search for tricks of a mystery. A mystery trick encyclopedia on the computer?
I suppose.
Yeah, I read every book in the club and got bored, so I compiled all the tricks from every book. Compiling them alone isn't very fun, so I turned it into an app. It's just a basic text-based dictionary. It's really incredible. You can even sort the titles based on criteria such as locked room or psychological deception. You can really do that? Indeed. What's more is that vague search items are enough to bring up results. Animals, string, and ice, for example. Mystery enthusiasts might even pay a pretty penny to have this. You know how to program?
What?
Well, of course I can. We learned it in class. Pretty much anyone can do it, you know? That may be, but not just anyone could do all of this.
Uh-huh.
Really? I guess so. Itakura has some programming under her belt, huh? Sakura-kun over in the robotics club was having some trouble with programs. Maybe Itakura could teach him a thing or two? Question for you, Itakura. You have any interest in the robotics club? Huh? What do you mean? This kid's having some trouble with the program for his robot. It sure would be nice if someone would help him out.
Interviews.
Not interested. Won't even give me the time of day. Interesting. So they were unsure about you, but it seems you managed to gain Otagawa's good trust. Can't say for sure. In Otagawa's eyes, maybe he's just landed himself a convenient pawn. To Otagawa,
That
maybe.
being said,
In any case, if you continue to gain the member's trust, you might find some clues about the
Hey.
professor. Hey, Amasawa-senpai. About this professor. What is
look
it?
here.
Do we really need to put all this effort into catching him? I'm sorry? What I mean is, the only people getting duped are crooks, right? So, why don't we just stay out of the way? Maybe the school would be in a better place if all those morons just disappeared.
Itakura-san,
Itakura-san, why would you say
just
something
so
like
you
that?
know,
Amasawa-senpai, I'm just gonna say it. I have no intention of playing detective with you so we could save a bunch of idiots. Besides, I'd take Moriarty or the Fiend with 20 faces over some hypocrite detective any day.
Hey.
Now, why don't you just agree to disagree? Amasawa's putting in the work, Itakura. Don't belittle her for it.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever you say, Yamagami-sensei. And I know I've said this before, but you're still a member of the MRC. That means you'll help out in investigations as needed. You say what? That's right. You don't get to just read the latest mysteries for free.
Itakura-san.
The club's funds this month's all went to mysteries you read, you know. No work, no more mysteries.
Oh, hey,
Hey, you're seriously holding the mysteries hostage? Super unfair. I know she isn't feeling up to it, but I really wanted her to help investigate the robotics club. I'll see if I can change your mind later. And by later, I mean right now. No, she's not even in here. Okay.
Yagami-san.
Okay, so, is there anything I can do with them right now, or do we just move on with the story? We might need to, we're 12% on that story already. Okay, so this here, I need, it tells me what I need to do to continue. For this, I need to do main story / school story progress. This one, I need an appeal of level 3 or higher. Well, we have level 1, so... and this guy... Okay, well, I can only get appeal from the dance club right now. From these guys, I get teamwork and focus. Okay. Focus. Gotta get your stats up, I bet. It's possible, but those guys don't have anything listed as needed to improve their stories or continue their stories. So, oops. We're gonna try and see if there's anything else we can do at the club itself, and if there is, then maybe we'll do that. If not, back to the main story. I do want to see if we're gonna get jumped. Wait, hang on. I'm on the 3rd floor. Gotta go to the 4th. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this section very much. But I'll keep an open eye. Maybe it's good. Okay, time to see what everyone's up to. Perfect. Takamori and Kurumazaki are right on schedule. Sakura, how's everything on your end? Were you able to fix that bug you reported the other day? The one responsible for the machine's immobility? Oh, well... No. To be honest, it hasn't been fixed yet. Another failure in communication. This is the 3rd time you didn't report in. How many times must I tell you? Always be in contact. ABC. I'm sorry. Communication reporting. What's my like running a business?
Okitagawa.
Yo, Okitagawa, need a hand with anything? A hand, you say? Well, let's see. Right, then I'd like to ask if you'd customize the robot. Customize? You know, changing the robot's parts configuration. You can adjust its performance that way. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Okitagawa, you know this guy's an amateur with robots, right? Why does he get to customize it too? Maneuverability isn't based on logic, it's based on feel. It's simply more efficient to implement the opinions of the one guy who actually operates the thing. I get that, but it's just weird. You're putting too much in his hands.
Takamori.
Let me put it this way, Takamori. A robot's parts are to an operator what shoes and gear are to an athlete. The operator knows which parts improve a robot's mobility and offense by getting a proper feel for it. That's why the Serio Robotics Club has valued operator feedback for generations. Yeah, but still...
That's the most optimal solution.
Fine, damn it.
Yagami-san.
Anyway, Yagami-san, why don't we give it a try? Alright, now about robot customization. When customizing, you can develop its new parts in parts development. You can also change the configuration of your robot's parts in parts rearrangement. Let's go ahead and try customizing. First, we should aim to develop parts with a higher performance than the current robot parts. Developing parts requires materials and funds, of course. You can obtain materials as a reward for winning matches. You may even be able to utilize some items items on you as materials as well. If there are belongings you no longer need, feel free to provide them. As far as funding is concerned, it'll be recovered by the Robotics Club. I'll leave the development decisions to you, Yagami-san, but just keep in mind you'll be limited by the club's funds. We prepared some materials from the Robotics Club, so feel free to develop the parts as you see fit. Alright, so we have a balanced motor. That's all we got access to here, is a motor and a battery. I already have a balanced motor though, so let's make ourselves a battery. I see, so the machine was lacking those parts. Next, why don't you fix the parts you developed? Yeah, we said, please place the newly developed parts on the robot. Alright, so our cost limit goes up by 100, but what does the battery actually do? There's no robot there.
I see.
This is how it works. I think I get it. After we receive the results of the scrimmage, we look into the necessary countermeasures to include any fixes in the development cycle. If you'd like any parts made on your end, please let us know, Yagami-san. Kurumazaki can draw them up for you. Rearranging parts. You can change the parts configuration of the robot. If the total cost of the parts exceeds the cost limit, the robot's performance will significantly drop during the match. Developing parts. By spending materials and funds, you can develop new parts. As the money is taken from the Robotics Club's funds, it won't come out of Yagami's own wallet.
Does that mean...
The robot's performance hinges on Kurumazaki's design abilities?
Well...
Oh no, it's not like that. I just design whatever the president tells me to. That's so. Well, in any case, sounds like we'll be asking you to make a bunch of stuff for me. Looking forward to working together. Okay. Yep, definitely one of the shy ones. Oh, you got some focus though, that's good. Alright, let's see here. Doesn't seem to be anything we can do in here right now. Alright, let's step out of the room and back in. Oh, yeah, there we go.
For crying out loud.
The nerve of that cheeky little robot nerd! He thinks he can just go and hire an outside counselor? Oh, she's short.
Hmm?
Aren't you from the MRC?
Yagami.
I'm Yagami. I just started as the Robot Club's outside counselor, too. Oh my, that means you're him. My name's Yukari Akuda. I'm the advisor to the
By the
Robotics
way.
Club. Have you got business with them? I take it no one told you an outsider counselor was coming? I guess you heard me. Yes, isn't that just awful?
Ah.
Oh, she's smitten. Oh, right. If you're here as a counselor, would you have time for a chat? Perhaps just
Yep.
over there? Yeah, let's do that. I was actually hoping to speak to the teacher who's the acting advisor.
Yagami-sensei.
There aren't many students around right now. It's a great spot to relax and talk. Okay, time to ask Akuda-sensei about the Robotics Club. You're our advisor in the Robotics Club feud.
Excuse me.
So, I've been hearing the Robotics Club members and the advisor don't get along too
Yes.
well. Yes, you heard right. Anytime I go check in on the club's activities, they pretend I don't exist. It's incredibly frustrating. Why is it like this? Probably because I was against letting them enter the RE Robo Rally. Really? Why not give them your support? It's not the kind of tournament an ordinary high school robotics club like ours should be competing in to begin with. They'll only embarrass themselves. Participants include researchers from technical schools, colleges, and even companies, all of whom are highly knowledgeable or well-funded. And didn't they take part in a robotics contest last year too? That time it was all in the name of good fun, but Okitagawa-kun is different.
Good grief.
After he took over as president, he managed to lock down a sponsorship. If they lose now, they'll have the whole world laughing
I
at them.
see.
No kidding. Yeah, don't get me started on all the late nights they put into prepping for this thing. As for their advisor, I'm required to work overtime with them, which I don't even get paid for.
Those kids.
And despite all this, as soon as I show my face in that club room, they ignore me. They're rude, and it just gets under my skin. Huh, the friction between the advisor and the club really runs deep.
By the way,
This Okitagawa kid. We chatted while the club was in session, and he seemed like a model student. Well, he certainly is a wonder. The robotics club really turned around thanks to him. The previous members were just a bunch of kids who loved robots. The club was more of a hobby to them. I'd pop in from time to time, and they'd be reading manga, taking naps, things like that.
oh,
It felt more like a lazy culture club. So you can imagine why I admire Otagawa's razor-sharp gumption at first. He changed up the systems so just 4 members could build a high-quality robot. Plus, he pulled in major funding from a shopping district. Did I mention those funds totaled over 1 million yen? Over 1 million? That's
what does
incredible.
that mean?
That's kind of a what kind of shopping district would dish out that much? Is it in Nijicho? No, it's apparently from where Okitagawa is from, a shopping district in Tokyo. Acquaintances of his whom he somehow persuaded. He's really something. Thanks a bunch, Akuda-sensei. I think you answered pretty much everything I wanted to know. Glad to hear it, just as long as it helps.
Yagami-sensei.
What do you think, Yagami-sensei? Do you think you can win over the Robotics Club? Honestly, I still sense some pretty big walls up between us. I wouldn't doubt it. Those kids really don't like adults.
Good grief.
It's common for kids that age. Always thinking adults like us can't possibly understand them.
Ah,
Or, maybe it's because you won't let them into the RE Robo Rally. Whew. Well, I feel much better after getting all that off my chest. Now, if you'll excuse me. Yes, Akuda-sensei really needed to vent. Alright, what's going on in the Robotics Club now?
Yagami-san!
Okay, Yami-san, let's head to the scrimmage. We'll utilize any feedback you give us to develop
Yeah.
future modifications. Roger, leave it to me. Unlock new parts. Alright. What is this? Okay. Can I equip multiple AI models at the same time? Okay. Gives us more defense. I need mobile basic report. Assault basic report. This will give us more defense. I need impure lead though. Can't make anything. Damn. Alright, well. Let's see if we lose. I'm probably gonna lose. I think the sponsorship is a cover for the stolen funds. That sounds very plausible. Can you skip this?
Nice.
I'm every robot.
いいですぞ。
My own robot's in my fucking way! Get out of the way! Alright, fine, be a dick.
Son of a. Yes. Go. Yes.
No
いいですぞ。
way.
This guy's gonna win.
ですぞ。
You fuck.
Yes.いいですぞ。
Oh, we killed one of his robots at least.
いいですぞ。
Nice.
のバカ。
Jesus. He's a fucking fast one.
Not looking good.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. I'll tell you what, I don't like this minigame.
No way.
いいですぞ。
Nice.
You got like 37 spaces already.
Ouch. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
No, fuck off!
Yes. Yes. そうきますか。
Go.
What's my fucking robot doing?
Not looking good. Nice.
なんですと。
Yes. Nice.
のバカ。
Yes.
Ah, we might lose.
いいですぞ。
Yeah, we're gonna lose. Shit.
Son of a.
Oh, we lost right at the end there.
Sorry, guys.
Fucking rude. That's fine. It's just a scrimmage.
Yagami-san.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like this stuff. But I'm not enough to make anything worthwhile. Alright, let's try again. I need to win this nonsense to be able to go on, so...
Nice.
Also, it didn't help that my fucking robot was taking up all my space right at the
way.
start.
なんですと。
Like, what are my other robots here doing?
Not looking good.
そうきますか。
Nice.
いいですぞ。
Other robots look like they're just being douchebags.
のバカ。
See, like, what the fuck?
いいですぞ。
Like, what are my fucking robots doing? My partner robots are just dicking around. I can't get to any of these.
Not looking good.
いいですぞ。
This is bullshit.
Nice.
Like, he's just fucking spinning in circles.
いいですぞ。
Okay, this is dumb. I fucking hate this minigame. It is awful.
Yagami-san!
Wow, it took the fucking game fucking forever to open it. Minigame is terrible.
Go. Nice. Nice. Yes. Yes.
のバカ。
Yes.
そうきますか。
Go. Yes.
Okay, now my own fucking robot is getting in my way again.
なんですと。
Yes.
いいですぞ。
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Yes.
What the fuck? How are they always just like right where it needs to spawn?
いいですぞ。なんですと。
Go.
Like they're always right where it needs to be.
Go.
Okay, my own fucking robot did it again.
Go. Nice. Yes. Yes.
そうきますか。
Yes. Nice. Yes.
そう
Nice.
きますか。
Get up there and grab that.
Nice. Nice. Yes. Yes. Nice. Go.
下がるべし。
Fucking tried to cheat right at the end.
We did it, guys.
Like, my fucking robots are useless. The Machina one there just spins around in a circle. Got 9 IP data and 1, so. Everything appears to be running smoothly.
Okitagawa.
It doesn't seem to be moving at all. Not sure why. What? No good. Not even a peep. Strange. Oh, could it be?
Sakura.
Sakura, do you know something about this? Well, actually, there's still this bug where it won't accept any inputs.
What?
What? You haven't fixed it yet? But it still moved afterwards. And then I tried over and over to reproduce the bug, but I couldn't. I didn't have time before the scrimmage. I thought it'd be fine. Why didn't you report it? What was your plan if the bug popped up during a match? If this was the real deal, then what?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please.
Identify the bug and solve it by the next scrimmage. Yes. I don't mean to keep repeating myself, but I'll say it again. Always be in contact. Remember that. I will. I mean, it's true that failing to report something can be a problem, but I still feel kind of bad for the
You
kid.
okay?
Sakura-kun? Why am I like this? Why am I always like this? Sakura-kun. Oh, well, we got more teamwork. Level 3 teamwork now. Hell yeah! We're the best. Beat this minigame. What? Why won't you move?
You okay?
Sakura-kun, what's going on?
Sakura-kun.
Sorry, I can't help out. I just don't know much about programming. He's really been backed into a corner, huh? Oh boy, this is indeed a problem. We can't even have a scrimmage in this state.
Okitagawa.
Do you know what's causing the bug? I gave it a look, but I couldn't identify the cause of the issue. Gotcha. Programming, huh? Well, there is one person who knows a thing or two about that. I may have gotten rejected once already, but maybe I can ask again. Alright, we got a couple minutes, so I received a message. How do I check the message? Again, okay. Wasawa. Yagami-san, something rather interesting appeared in one of the school courtyard's walls. It's something related to the professor. You'll find it near the back of the school. Okay, I'll check it out. Okay, we'll do that and first, and then we'll go ask for her help. You're the best at teamwork, unlike everyone else. Yeah, like, what the fuck is going on with that? Okay, so is it in the school near the back, or do I need to actually go outside the school? Okay, it is in the courtyard. Alright. Mushi. Life alert. You've fallen and you can't get up. I found an earthworm though. Twig, some mugwort. Gotta get them all. What is this? What's this? Jincho Hounds? One of those graffiti art things? I remember Amasawa mentioning it in the message. Isn't this the professor? Yeah, I bet the Jincho Hounds did this. The Jincho Hounds? Hey, you want to tell me who the Jincho Hounds are? They're a skateboarding group. Bunch of troublemakers. Skateboarding? What would they have to do with the professor? Fuck, I'm gonna have to do skateboard stuff too? There's a rumor that they use the professor as the motif for their graffiti art. This is supposed to be the professor? It's just a rumor. Wouldn't Amasawa-san know more about that?
Yeah.
Good point. I'll try asking her. Oh, great. Just what I needed. Alright. Let's go turn in these two quests, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. Those earthworms gonna come in handy, probably. Remember to pick up all this nonsense, because we're probably gonna have to deal with the gardening club as well. I have a feeling the school stories is just all mini games, and that's going to upset me greatly because the story is actually interesting to me. Minus the robotics club, I'm not super interested in that storyline. Not yet, anyway. The fuck? Who's this? Oh, hi, Yagami-san. This is the former advisor for the MRC, Mikuru Lamori. Or Iamori. Oh, the one who resigned. Nice to meet you. I'm Yagami. Likewise. I hear you're taking good care of Amasawa and the other members. Hope so. What brings you around, though? Well, haven't you seen it? The graffiti drawn on the back of the school? Yeah, supposedly it's a depiction of the professor. The student who drew it used to be in my class. What? Really? The other students seemed to think it was some sort of delinquents who did it. I should tell you, Sensei's former student, Shikishima-kun, is a member of the Ijincho Hands. So there's the connection. The Ijincho Hands and the graffiti of the professor. This could be useful intel. The Ijincho Hounds are a bunch of students who enjoy skateboarding. But yes, people think of it as a group of delinquent kids. Shinosuke Shikishima is a member and also a current third year at Seiryo High. When I heard he'd drawn flashy graffiti on the school's wall, I knew I had to hurry over here. You got a photo? Yes, a passerby caught him in the act and sent it to the school. That's certainly Shikishima-kun drawing the graffiti. Apparently, he's been barely attended his classes for the past few months. Instead, he's been hanging out with the Ijincho Hounds. A rival group is into the picture, too. He's supposedly at odds with these other delinquents called the Blue King.
Either way,
Was he a good student? I'd say he was just average. His grades were pretty good, but he didn't stand out or anything. Not especially outgoing or quiet, just average. And he wasn't a troublemaker, so he had that going for him, too. These days, he's supposed to be studying for his exams. He said he's going to attend a regular 4-year college after graduation. From what I've heard so far, he doesn't seem like the type to join a delinquent group and get into graffiti. Exactly. That's why I was shocked to hear it myself. However, if she had bangs, she'd be my type. Maybe. However, Shikishima didn't talk about himself much. Honestly, I couldn't tell you the first thing about his goals or hobbies. Even during career counseling sessions, all he would tell me is that he would figure out his future while he was in college. So he wasn't thinking half as many steps ahead as, say, Amasawa. That's right, I had everything planned out when I was 3 years old. What's this Blue King you mentioned earlier, Imari-sensei? Juvenile delinquents who got together mainly to skateboard. They seem to be from Ijincho's old skater groups, and thus they all own a lot of turf in Ijincho. For a skater group, the only turf that matters are locations around the city suitable for skateboarding.
I see.
So they need a certain type of terrain to practice their tricks. Well, there can't be many of those. Well, amidst all this, Shikishima-kun has supposedly been raiding the Blue King's turf as a member of the Ijincho
What's that
Hounds.
mean?
You need to find what qualifies as a raid here. Well, the Blue King basically uses graffiti to mark ownership of their turf. They have a young Blue King as their motif. Here's a picture of it, Yagami-san. Yeah, I can see where the name comes from.
If I were to guess,
It supposedly represents a young delinquent king who reigns over Ijincho, and blue is, of course, a very royal color. Yes, and Shikishima-kun is just going around drawing over their graffiti on their own
In
turf,
other words,
and he's doing that with an image of the professor. Speaking of that, take a closer look at this one, Yagami-san. There's a drawing of the Blue King, but everything drawn over this graffiti is from the Ijincho Hounds. Oh, you're right. The message is, the king on the throne is being dragged down by the professor. Yeah, it's definitely defiant, and it's got a touch of humor in it, too. Yep, the professor is the new icon of delinquent youth, superseding the king of yesteryear. And I think one way to interpret that is that the professor is declaring war on the Blue King. Yeah, no wonder the Blue King guy
That
is
being said-
unhappy. According to the rules of the street art, as I understand them, the Blue King can't complain about it. Oops, shit. I mean, what do you mean, the rules of street art? Apparently, there's an unspoken rule that it's okay to paint over existing artwork as long as the new work is better. Crazy. Well, how is the Ijincho Hands graffiti? It is highly appreciated or something?
Yes.
It seems so, and that's why the Blue King is left with no choice but to tacitly approve. Why doesn't the Blue King just paint over it again?
No.
I heard they did that once and took a lot of heat for it. They were firmly told that they
I
were
see.
whack. So it sounds like Shikishima-kun is something of an artist. I still can't believe Shikishima-kun has such talent. His art grades were average at best. Okay, I think I have a good grasp on the situation now. Well, Iamori-sensei, what would you like us to do? I'd like you to look into exactly why the Shikishima-kun suddenly joined a delinquent group, and to persuade him to leave, if possible. Okay, I'll do what I can. Hey, Yagami-san, I think you can best approach would be to go undercover, since you're so good at it. Think you can handle a skateboard group? What? They're a bunch of kids, isn't it? You expect me to just stroll up and ask them how they're doing? I'd really
Please
stick
and
out.
thank
I'm sure you'll figure out a way to blend in somehow. Let's hope so. Look, we know there's a chance the Ijincho Hands and the professor are connected. So if you gain those kids' trust, you might be able to extract some really valuable information. Okay, where would I find the Ijincho Hands? I think they hang out at Hamakita
Gotcha.
Park. Got it. Alright, so this is another one of our side stories here. We're gonna go back in there though, because I said I would talk to Ikatari. What's up, Yagami-san? Oh, Kento-kun. Well, this is a rare sight. Whenever I think he's showing up for real, he just takes a nap and goes straight home. Hey, Kento. Shouldn't a member of the MRC actually, read some mysteries? Nah, if I read too much, I get super sleepy. Though, now that you mention it, maybe I could use a nap. You're unreal.
Sawa.
Oh, right, Amasawa. Where's Itokura?
Ah.
Oh, speak of the devil. Oh. Hey, been a while.
It's a pleasure.
Would you believe I joined the MRC too? Well, nice seeing you. Huh? Well, I guess she still hates my guts.
So,
What do you mean? Okay, so I was on the cultural festival committee with Itokura. Cultural festival committee? Wasn't Takanashi from the dance club on that too? Yeah, so you heard of it, Yagami-san.
So actually,
Itokura led the committee, but was kind of a tyrant. She had a way of bringing the mood all the way down. In the end, everyone kind of started boycotting the meetings, and only Itokura would show up. Basically, the cultural festival was a massive fail. Pretty tragic if you think about it. I'm sure it was extremely difficult for
What does
Itokura-san.
that mean?
Wait a minute. If you were also a mentor, Kento-kun, doesn't that mean... Yep, I'm one of the ones who turned my back on her too. Good
But-
lord. Don't get me wrong, I totally feel like I did Itokura dirty. I've wanted to apologize ever since. Uh-oh. You think maybe my timing kind of sucked? I'm going after Itokura. Well, alright. Louise, hello! Sass is whack. Rude! Have you played this? Yes, I also lost your judgment. Where did Itokura run off to? So we're currently doing side stuff, Tenny, but the main story and the side stuff's all super interesting, so... Hey guys, have any of you seen a girl named Kotoko Itokura? Small, kind of long hair. She should have passed by here. Itokura-san? Oh right, the ex-chairman of the Cultural Festival Committee. She went upstairs a bit ago. She might have gone to the roof. I see Itokura there all the time. Yeah, she'll even be on the roof during class too. Think she's having a tough time coming back to class? Gotta be awkward as heck. I mean, we'd feel pretty awkward if she showed up too. You can say that again. Thanks. I'll check the roof then. Is that what everyone really thinks about Itokura? I wouldn't want to go to class either. You've been enjoying watching the same children being beat up multiple times in the same day. Yeah, that does seem to happen. The roof! The roof! The roof is over here. Okay. Where are you, Itokura? There she is. Louise is an expert in Yakuza games. Here you are, Itokura.
This is the worst.
It feels like a cockroach just crawled into my room. Must be a cozy spot if you feel like it's your own room, huh? Listen, Itokura, are you willing to stay in the MRC? Only if you exterminate that cockroach. You know I can't do that. Man, maybe I should just... The professor, was it? They might know how to handle a roach problem. Hey, come on.
Look here.
Anyway, I don't want to see a stupid face right now. I have zero desire to do anything for that club. Well, that's going to be a problem. I already told the chairman to hold off on severing your tuition waiver since you'd still be a part of the MRC.
You.
Then do something about it. How can I convince her? Want to just start a new club? Skip the school's decision. Why not join the robotics club? And why don't you join the robotics club? Huh? Robotics? Itokura, you said you know programming, right? Well, compared to the other idiots around here, sure. There's this first year boy, Sakura, who's been having trouble with programming. If you can help out, I'm sure it'd be really appreciated. Uh-huh. As for the MRC, just show up when you think you can. Hold on, so the robotics
Look
club.
here.
Kuru Mizaki's in there, right? The one that barely speaks? Yeah, he's a member. What, you don't like him either? He and I have some history. History? He's still a step up from Amasawa's brother. He's pretty harmless. Good. I think the robotics club is going to find ways to keep someone with your talents pretty busy. Anyway, the chairman won't cut off the tuition waiver as long as you show your face in some club. What a pain. Is school really even that important? I bet I'd get it by just fine without it. Well, even if that were true, haven't you made any friends? What about Amasawa? You call that a friendship? Yeah, right. You made a new connection because you chose to take a step forward. Plus, it looked like you were having a good time chatting, if I'm not being honest. It'd be such a waste to give up now. You might even discover something new in the robotics club.
Got it.
Fine. Wait, so you'll come
Look
then?
here.
You just make sure to tell the chairman about the waiver thing, okay?
Yeah.
Of course, leave
Just
that
so
to me.
you know.
Oh, by the way, I don't plan on quitting the MRC either. Wouldn't want it to look like I let a cockroach get the best of me. They figured as much.
Yagami-san!
Who's this? She's an applicant for the robotics club.
What?
Oh? She'd like to join? This is Kotoko Itokura, second year. She's pretty familiar with programming. She looks so pissed right now. I think she'll be a big help to Sakura-kun, right, Itokura?
Look here.
You do know there's more than one programming language, don't you? I can't say much until I look at it.
Huh?
Itakura-senpai? That Kotoko Itakura-san? You know her? I saw the program she made in her first year workshop. Her code was perfect, beautiful even.
What?
You really think so?
Yes!
Absolutely, it was so clean and minimal, which gave it an efficient elegance. I could tell you were brilliant just by looking at it. To be taught by the very same Itakura-senpai, I'm thrilled, to say the least. Wow, look at that. Someone gets me after all.
Excuse me?
My current issue is getting the robot to move, because it won't. Could you maybe take a look?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Great.
Yagami-san!
Used to be, not anymore. Is it because you took an arrow to the knee? Game's too expensive, and I disagree with some of the stuff that Sega RGG is doing. Yagami-san, thank you. Sakura's a little wet behind the ears, which is why he's been struggling. Itakura is really lighting up. She must be in her element. Just hope it helps her get back to school. Alright. We can continue this, but we have to wait till tomorrow. For now, let's go put a point in. We had to put a point into this. There we go. EX extension. There you go. Alright, what can we learn here? Is there any worth 600? No. 1,200? Looks like 2,500 might be our lowest one. Which means we'll be learning EX Drunken Fist. Pummel enemies while drunkenly dodging their attacks. It may seem like Yagami's leaving himself open, but this is merely a ruse. The move slightly alters with the number of enemies. Press Y near an enemy when drunk, and this is at 6 or above. Alright. This is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks. All right, guys. Thank you very much for viewing. YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed. This game is going to take a while as I'm actually getting into the side stuff quite a bit. We barely progressed the main story today, but we did find out a little bit. But yeah, we'll do the tongue-in-cheek side stuff as much as we can, and then move on to the main story. But yeah.